Disney World and Disneyland are often called the happiest places on earth. With all their rides, attractions, and insane food, it's hard not to feel like a little kid when you're there, even as an adult. But still, some people find themselves having a less than great time when they're there, no matter how excited they are for it or how much they prepared themselves. Whether the universe has something against them personally, or if there's something more sinister going on at the parks, it's fair to say that Disney parks may be subject to some type of a curse. What is up, you guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host, Ayman Hassan, and welcome back to another video. Now, I've never personally had any cursed experiences at a Disney park, but Walt Disney and Disney as a company already have so much drama surrounding them, I really wouldn't be surprised if there was a curse, or multiple curses. But I'm sure you're all wondering what some of them could be, so let's get into it. These are the top 10 cursed Disney parks. Starting us off at number 10 is the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. I loved the whole movie franchise. It's one of my favorite movie series of all time, and hello, Johnny Depp, you can't hate him. Now, this ride is one of Disney's most popular ones, and they have so many cool props in it. Apparently, the treasure chest is the same one used in the first movie, not just a prop for the ride. But the treasure chest isn't the only quote-unquote real prop. When the Imagineers were building and decorating the whole thing, apparently they felt that the fake skeletons they used in some scenes didn't look real enough. So naturally, they did what anybody would do and went to their friendly neighborhood mortician for some real human bones. While a lot of these real bones have been replaced by prop bones, apparently there are still some real human remains still hanging around the pirates. And seriously, that is the stuff that curses are made of. They don't call it the curse of the Black Pearl for nothing. But coming in at number 9 is the Bellhop Ghost. Now, apparently the Tower of Terror is a bit more terrifying than expected. A long time ago, it said that one of the employees acting as a bellhop suddenly dropped dead. Like, no explanation, no provocation, nothing. He just died. Since his death, there have been a lot of sightings of a ghostly figure who many believe is that bellhop. Thankfully, he's never hurt anyone, but he does like stopping the ride, making loud noises to freak out the other staff members. I love how he's like, no, the guests should have a fun time, but I want to screw with the other employees. At number 8, we have Mr. One Away. Turns out there are a lot more haunted rides at Disney than you would really expect from the happiest place on earth. More like happiest place in the afterlife. That was lame, you guys. Just, you can attack me in the comments for that, I'll accept that. Apparently, even Space Mountain has a resident spirit haunting the ride. Mr. One Way is described as being a large man with red hair and a red face, and he will often sit beside people who are riding solo. A lot of people don't realize that he's a ghost until he mysteriously just vanishes midway through the ride. But there is one way to tell if you are a bit sus about him while waiting in the line. If you see a large red-faced, red-haired man while waiting to get on the ride, try talking to him about all the new changes at the park, seeing as he's dead, he doesn't have any idea about anything that's happened since the 70s. Bring up a phone. Filling at number 7 slot is the family. This family cannot seem to have a trip to Disneyland without getting some type of nasty stomach bug. On her blog, the mom gave a thankfully not too detailed account of the past 5 times that she and her family have gone to Disneyland, during 4 of which at least one of them got a really nasty bug. Even bringing hand sanitizer and Clorox wipes didn't seem to protect them enough to make it through a trip. Normally, I might consider this a really bad string of coincidences, but with Disney opening back up during everything that's going on right now, I feel like this blog post could have gone a really different way if they decided to go now, and I'm not sticking around for that. Now at number 6 is the Haunted Mansion Part 1. So I actually rode this ride multiple times when I went to Disneyland Paris, cause it was my favorite ride there. I was clearly into some pretty spooky as a child. No wonder. I was made for this channel, clearly. Now, I don't know if this one is technically a curse, but I wouldn't be surprised if it could easily lead to one, or multiple. Apparently, some people love that ride so much they want to stay there forever, and I mean even after they die forever. Yeah, it's apparently pretty common for some people to want their ashes scattered there, and it's become such an issue that the park literally hired people to keep an eye out for it. If there's one thing that's almost sure to cause a curse, it has to be human remains being scattered somewhere that literally has the word haunted in the title. Hello. Coming in at number 5 is the Haunted Mansion Part 2. This one sounds terrifying, if not downright depressing. The Haunted Mansion apparently houses a ghost nicknamed the Crying Child, and there's nothing creepier than a ghost child in my opinion, especially if it's crying. I just hate ghost little children. Sorry, I got really aggressive there. This one is actually a result of his mom doing what we just talked about, which is spreading ashes of somebody who has passed away. The Crying Child's mom apparently spread his ashes at the Haunted Mansion, and now he's left standing at the end of the ride crying, asking where his mommy is for all of eternity. I'm not sure if his mom thought she was doing him a favor by spreading his ashes at the haunted mansion, but something tells me he's not too happy about it. At number 4 is It's a Small World. There have been multiple accounts from staff members over the years saying that the characters in the It's a Small World ride come to life at night. And honestly, even though that ride is supposed to be really happy, it has always seemed to be one of the creepiest ones for me. I don't know why. Several employees have sworn that they've seen the animatronic characters blink even after being unplugged, and sometimes they'll even appear in entirely different places than they were the night before. Who knows what those creepy little dolls get up to overnight? I do not want to get trapped in there and find out. You feel me? Filling at number 3 slot is death. This one's not so much a curse, but it does deal with death. Apparently no one can die at Disney parks, not legally anyways. While lots of people have unfortunately had tragic accidents and health issues at the parks, they're always removed from the premises before being declared dead. So technically they didn't die in the parks. Kind of like in Roller Coaster Tycoon when you have your roller coaster hanging over the edge of the neighboring park, so all the guests are just thrown off the ride and die in the other park. This really makes me wonder how many people have actually died at Disney and how many spirits are just wandering the streets and enjoying the rides for the rest of eternity. Now at number 2 is the Seance book. The book in question is located in the Haunted Mansion. Why am I not surprised that the Haunted Mansion has the most curses and rumors surrounding it? Legend has it though that this Seance book used to belong to actual witches way back in the 1300s. Staff members reported having a lot of issues with the book, including the table it was on being flipped over or the book going missing entirely. They eventually had to replace the book with, I don't know, I guess a prop seance book that isn't cursed with centuries of witchcraft, and as far as I know, the swap fixed all the problems they were having, so I mean, Bob's your uncle. And finally, at number 1, we have the ghost of Walt Disney. Now prior to him passing away, whenever he visited the parks, the light in the second story window of the Main Street Fire Hall would be lit up to tell staff members to be on their best behavior. A boss is here. But after he died, the light naturally was off all the time, until one day it mysteriously lit up again. The worker who was in the room switched it back off, only for it to be turned on again when she turned her back towards it. Now the staff leave the light on all the time to remind the employees and guests that Walt is still at the park and he's watching. Now I'm sure for the guests this seems like a sweet gesture, but to the staff it's probably a bit daunting and haunting. But I'm not a rapper. And that is it for today's video, guys. Disney! I've yet to go to the one in Florida. What am I doing with my life? Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Let me know if you've seen Mr. One Way. Let me know your experiences of Disney. As always, I'm your host, Eamon Hassan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!
Eamon said the angel. Oh! It said Jared's here.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to him on the phone.